Close to the off stump. He'll have to rethink what he's doing here. Oh, they're appealing for a stumping here, are they? Yes, Dhruv Jurel whips the bails off, maybe wanting to time the whipping of bails off in such a way that the batter's foot was in the air. Let's take a look at it again. Now wait. He's just waiting for the batsman's reaction. And there. Nice try. Batsman was inside. I think Ryan Parag asked the square leg umpire, would you want to refer it to the third umpire? He says no.
Split the reverse, and how close was that?
Punch away. It's a firm looking punch.
How close was that to being caught? Oh, there was a chance there for Manav Sutar. If he'd got to it, that would have been an outstanding catch.
Saif Hassan gone for improvisation. Couldn't connect it properly. There was a chance, but
for a single towards the point.
Good effort from
the trajectory which Nishant is bowling, it will be very difficult for batsmen to pick that length earlier. So the short guy, you can see here, he's waited, and here. Beautiful bowling display from Nishant. End of the over, 24 gone, 106.
Should have just been one. They've given away two. Yashdol with that throw. But let's take a look at this chance on the reverse sweep. Look at where Manav Sutar is standing. That's what I want to talk about. He's actually not at the edge of the 30-yard circle. He's about 4 yards in or 5 yards in. And now he's got to run back. And if he had been at the edge of the 30-yard circle, that would have gone straight down his throat. But this one will. And it's a wicket for Abhishek Sharma. They were waiting for another wicket to fall. And they've managed to get it, having Abhishek Sharma strikes, and Saif Hassan, the captain, he'll have to go.
This time, Abhishek Sharma giving that breakthrough. Looked to go over covers, couldn't time it properly, straight to Nitin Jose.
Saif Hassan gone for improvisation, couldn't connect it properly. There was a chance, but difficult one. Good effort from Manav Sutar.
बढ़िया यार आ गया अभिषेक.
He played this late and he will get the single. And now they will get overthrows. Oh, that's a little sloppy from the India A side. There should have just been one. They've given away two. Yashdol with that throw. But let's take a look at this chance on the reverse sweep. Look at where Manav Sutar is standing. That's what I want to talk about. He's actually not at the edge of the 30-yard circle. He's about 4 yards in or 5 yards in. And now he's got to run back. And if he had been at the edge of the 30-yard circle, that would have gone straight down his throat. But this one will. And it's a wicket for Abhishek Sharma. They were waiting for another wicket to fall. And they've managed to get it, having
Look at that.
Abhishek Sharma strikes, and Saif Hassan, the captain, he'll have to go.
National side averaging over 30.
This time,
loads of experience, and just the man you'd want in a situation like this to walk out there in the middle, calm those harried nerves, and say, okay.
Abhishek Sharma giving that breakthrough. Nice look to go over covers. Couldn't time it properly. Straight to Nitin Jose. Easy catch.
The reason he couldn't
Must
connect it properly. The new batsman Soumya Sarkar, in this tournament he has batted twice.
Wicket for India
against Sri Lanka.
The captain who made 22. He's heading back to the hut, and Bangladesh 1, 2, 3 for 4.
A batter whom we've seen when he's played for Bangladesh bat up the order 1, 2 or 3. But this is a different ball game for Bangladesh. As the seasoned campaigner, he's been given a new role to bat in the middle order, shore up the middle order in case there are any flutters in the batting lineup. He's bringing all that experience to the fore. Oh, misfield there. Chance of a run out, is it? No. They get one, and that's all they'll have to settle for.
Nishant Sindhu will be a bit upset because there was no single. Small misfield allowed them to take the single. Every run matters here. Because if you want to win this game, each and every run matters.
Gets off the mark with that single to Soumya Sarkar. Bad ball. And runs here. At least 2. Ryan Parag pulls it up inside the boundary rope. 2 more to Hassan Joy, and that'll end the wicket taking over. 25 gone. 1-2-6 for 4.
So he's in good nick. And remember, he's a batter whom we've seen when he's played for Bangladesh back up the order, 1, 2 or 3. But this is a different ball game for Bangladesh. As a seasoned campaigner, he's been given a new role to bat in the middle order, shore up the middle order in case there are any flutters in the batting lineup. Bringing all that experience to the fore. Oh, misfield there. Chance of a run out, is it? No. They get one, and that's all they'll have to settle for. Nishant Sindhu will be a bit upset because there was no single.
From the Manhattan.
Small misfield allowed them to take the single. Every run matters here. Because if you want to win this game, each and every run matters.
The only way to contain this Bangladeshi run chase.
It's off the mark with that single to Soumya Sarkar.
If you look at comparative scores,
Bad ball. And runs here. At least 2. Ryan Parag pulls it up inside the boundary rope. 2 more to Hassan Joy, and that'll end the wicket taking over. 25 gone. 1-2-6 for 4.
Soumya Sarkar. So it's very important as a bowler to bowl tight. Whenever you bowl tight, you got wicket. So it's very important, just keep it tight, bowl in the right areas.
How close is that? How close is that? Dare say, I think it's the catch that Nikin Jose has taken has been the deciding point, because the initial appeal was for a leg before. Oh, there's some heated argument there. Soumya Sarkar will have to go. I think there was some interesting exchange between him and Harshit Rana that maybe the match referee might want to take a look at when this match is over.
Definitely, match referee will be having some work to do. So
he's asking the umpire, why has he been given out? And the umpire says, you've been given out caught. So that's the reason why I said that catch taken by Nikin Jose was so very important. The initial appeal was for a leg before, but when the ball bobbed up in the air, take a look at this.
Look at that catch from Nikin Jose. Beautiful catch. They needed this wicket. Experienced Soumya Sarkar got out. That's what they wanted. Great breakthrough from Yuvraj.
Clever thinking by Nikin Jose as well, ensuring that he latched onto that lobbed up ball. And Soumya Sarkar has gone for 5. Bangladesh 130 for 5. What a catch there by Nikin Jose. Realizing that there may have been an inside edge onto pad when the ball lobbed up in the air. Making sure that he caught the ball while everyone else was appealing. Nikin Jose was the one who went for the catch.
That's what made a difference. Umpire has given quarter slip.
Akbar Ali.
Experienced Soumya Sarkar got out. That's what they wanted. Great breakthrough from Yuvraj. Clever thinking by Nikin Jose as well, ensuring that he latched onto that locked up ball. And the Soumya Sarkar has gone for 5. Bangladesh 130 for 5.
He's got on his shoulders to try and take Bangladesh A home. Half the side back in the hut. He's got to bat responsibly. Oh, they'll get a single here. Yash Dole unable to cut off the run. But let's take a look at that wicket that went down of Soumya Sarkar once again.
Same from Nitin Jose. What a catch. He has taken 3 catches. Till now 5 wickets has fallen. Out of 5, 3 catches taken by Nitin Jose. All the India A players are charged up.
And that's what you need. That wicket that will just kind of infuse a fresh dose of energy in the side. Nitin Jose.
What a catch there by Nitin Jose. Realizing that there may have been an inside edge onto pad when the ball lobbed up in the air. Making sure that he caught the ball right. Everyone else was appealing. Nitin Jose was the one who went for the catch.
Soumya Sarkar and the square leg umpire had to intervene.
That's what made a difference.
Come to an end.
Umpire has given, caught a slip. Akbar Ali walks out into the middle, keeper bat. He captained the Bangladesh under-19 side. Means they entrust him with responsibility. They trust his leadership instincts. And he's got to show that now, the responsibility that he's got on his shoulders to try and take Bangladesh A home. Half the side back in the hut. He's got to bat responsibly. Oh, they'll get a single here. Yash Dole unable to cut off the run. And let's take a look at that wicket that went down of Soumya Sarkar once again.
Getting his man, getting the experience.
Super bowling there from Yuvraj. Same from Nitin Jose. What a catch. He has taken 3 catches. Till now 5 wickets has fallen. Out of 5, 3 catches taken by Nitin Jose.
They were exchanging the word there.
All the India A players are charged up. And that's what you need. That wicket that will just kind of infuse a fresh dose of energy in the side. Nitin Jose, well done. And the bowling changes work. Yash Dole bringing on the off spinner, Yuvraj Dodhia. He picks up that wicket, and then this exchange. Harshit Rana there with Soumya Sarkar, and the square leg umpire had to intervene. A wicket taking overs come to an end. 132 for 5.
Magnificent captaincy from Yash Dole. He's getting his strike bowler back. He has 5 more overs to bowl. If he is able to get 1 or 2 wickets here, then more or less India will be in upper hand.
I should still say Bangladesh, if they were to stitch together that one partnership, that's all that they need. Just 80 required from here. But it's about wickets for India, and absolutely agree with you here. Great captaincy by Yash Dole. He's been on the money right from the word go. The
24 overs still to go. Tried run rate 3.33, but half the side back in the hut. And Yuvraj Dodhia getting his man, getting the experienced Soumya Sarkar out. That was a full-length delivery. Went to flick it. There was an inside edge and superb catch taken by Nitin Jose. Rana and Soumya Sarkar, they were exchanging the words there.
Trying to save those singles. That's what you want. Effort you can put, result you can think about later.
Now, is there a plan that they have for Akbar Ali?
The friendly exchange. Friendly? Friendly? Look like. I think Harshit Rana was just saying that you're out. Now you
catching position at forward short leg. Now there's a thought here. Nitin Jose, where does he land up finally? Is he going to be at short gully? Yes. Just another batter within the line of sight of the batsman, just to give him something to think about. A tossed up delivery. That's good. He's given a single, that doesn't matter, but the plan is to pick up a wicket, eke out a wicket. 27 gone, 134 for 5.
They've got a fielder at
Mammoth 70-run stand right at the top for Bangladesh between Naim Sheikh and Tanzid. Set them on their way.
Slip.
Trying to chase down.
And are they going to get in a fielder at
semi-final? But then
catching position at forward short leg?
This is the business end of the tournament, remember. The semi-final, the second one being played out. The winner of this match faces Pakistani in the final. Ooh, has that been taken?
No, there's
yes,
a thought here. Nikin Jose, where does he land up finally? Is he going to be at short gully? Yes. Just another batter within the line of sight of the batsman, just to give him something to think about.
Nikin Jose kept his eye on the ball, completed the catch, just blocking the ball off out of thin air just before it touches the ground.
That's good.
It's a big blow.
He's given a single, that doesn't matter, but the plan is to pick up a wicket, kick out a wicket. 27 gone, 134 for 5.
Catch taken by Nikin Jose. He's been outstanding. This was his fourth catch. There was an inner edge. It's his pad and went towards silly point, but the catch was really good.
He's gone for 2, Akbar Ali. It's 134 for 6.
A mammoth 70-run stand right at the top for Bangladesh between Naim Sheikh and Tanzid. Set them on their way, trying to chase down 212 in this semi-final. But then they stuttered a bit, have Bangladesh. This is the business end of the tournament, remember. The semi-final, the second one being played out. The winner of this match faces Pakistani in the final. Has that been taken cleanly? Yes, the catch has been taken. And Nikin Jose again does the job. It was off the inside edge and then the pad. Everyone else was appealing, but once again, credit to Nikin Jose. Kept his eye on the ball, completed the catch, just blocking the ball off out of thin air just before it touches the ground. That's a big blow. There was a bowling change. Nishant Sindhu brought back. First ball, he delivered by taking that wicket. Superb catch taken by Nikin Jose. He's been outstanding. This was his fourth catch. There was an inner edge. It's his pad and went towards silly point, but the catch was really good. He's gone for 2, Akbar Ali. It's 134 for 6.
Capable wicket-taking bowler, and again he started off with the arm ball, went on with the angle, off the inner edge and then the pad. And look at the reaction of Nikin Jose.
That's what we were discussing, the trajectory which Nishant Sindhu bowled. It's not that easy for batter to play, because you never know which ball will come in, which ball goes out. Captain is very happy. Nikin Jose has taken 4 catches till now. Happy unit.
And also, again, when you're applauding the captain,
Sheikh Mehdi walks out now at number 8 for Bangladesh. He'd opened the bowling with the new ball, the off spinner for Bangladesh when India A were batting, thanks to the 2 left-handers being out there. They played that match up, it worked well, so he did his job with the ball. Now he's got to contribute to the bat. 67 runs in this series, best of 36 not out. Strike rate's healthy, 136. Got a job cut out for him now. His captaincy was top class from Mesdol. The way he's rotating his bowlers, outstanding. Nishant Sindhu has bowled 4 overs, got 2 wickets for 10 runs.
He's a short guy, giving more.
Yes, he's into his 5th over. Remember the other day when he picked up a 4 for 14 in that game against Nepal. Capable wicket-taking bowler, and he started off with the arm ball. Went on with the angle, off the inner edge and then the pad. And look at the reaction of Nikin Jose.
And opens his account with that boundary.
That's what we were discussing, the trajectory which Nishant Sindhu bowls. It's not that easy for batter to play, because you never know which ball will come in, which ball goes out. Captain is very happy. Nikin Jose has taken 4 catches in now.
Look for boundaries here, because
happy unit.
India A fielders are coming bit closer
and also, I think again, when you're applauding the captaincy of Yash Dole in terms of the bowling changes that he's rung in, look at the attacking field that he had in place as well. The players were responding for that.
Chance for the sweeper cover fielder.
Whenever he changed the fielders, whenever he kept the fielders in silly point or short gully,
Oh dear.
they were stopping
That
those
was a
singles,
catch that
taking
should have
those
been
unbelievable.
gobbled up. Yuvraj Dodia puts that down.
It was a regulation catch. He ran easily 15 to 20 meters to cover that. But unfortunately,
One more fielder is coming
hold
in. This time, this is Yashdol.
That he's
The
done
captain
all the hard
himself
work.
wants to add.
But I think there's a sense of misjudgment there because he's trying to catch the ball a little further away from his body, and that's why the ball's bobbled and he's got nothing else to support it with.
Some more pressure.
Closer to the chest.
And look at the catches that Nick and Joes has taken today. This was brilliant. Diving forward, gets rid of the dangerous Tanzit, who's scoring runs by the dozen. Then this is a catch.
Closer to his body.
Diving from first slip to his left.
Because he's
And then he picks up another one, standing at silly point like this.
Great position to take the catch.
He's a short guy, but giving more than 100%.
Another single.
Unbelievable.
That will end the over.
I don't know about short guy, but he's definitely given a towering contribution. This is four. Firmly struck for four by the batsman. Comes down.
युवराज एक और पकड़ेगा तू पकड़े होके चलो चलो भाइयों चल चल एक अच्छा आएगा कैच
That's the match summary for you. India A, after being put into bat, made a modest 211. They bowled out in the 50th over. Bangladesh A in reply, 140 for 6. But what has been impressive, oh, there's a misfield there, and there'll be runs. Manav Suthar won't be happy with that.
good throw
Initially, he thought he'd created a chance. Meanwhile, the Bangladesh A batters run 3.
it was not even a single Nishant Sidhu end up giving
Another
3.
single.
Second time it happened with him
And that will end the over from Nishant Sindhu. 28 gone, 140 for 6.
he covered 15 to 20 meter but hand was away from his body and still he was on the run. That was the reason he couldn't take that catch.
The umpire is just confirming, doing a quick boundary check, wanting to ensure that it isn't a boundary. So 3 is what the batters ran. Manav Suthar 2 for 25.
That's the match summary for you. India A, after being put into bat, made a modest 211. They bowled out in the 50th over. Bangladesh A in reply, 140 for 6.
When they got just 211, it definitely did seem to be that way when Bangladesh.
But what has been impressive, oh, there's a misfield there, and there'll be runs. Manav Suthar won't be happy with that. Initially, he thought he created a chance.
73 runs. Bangladesh A have lost 6 wickets.
Meanwhile, the Bangladesh A batters run 3.
There's a little hold up in play, and it's absolutely.
It was not even a single. Nishant Sidhu ended up giving 3. Second time it happened with him.
Maybe twice
The catch with Yuvraj
done the fumble there. Maybe
dropped. He covered 15 to 20 meter, but hand was away from his body.
keep low.
And still he was on the run. That was the reason he couldn't
If you're low,
take the catch.
fielding. It'll be difficult.
But the umpire is just confirming, doing a quick boundary check, I think, wanting to ensure that it isn't a boundary. So 3
That's the key.
is what the batters ran.
That's what India need to keep taking away at. They were 70 for no loss for Bangladesh, and then look at what's happened.
Now Manav Suthar, 2 for 25, is into his 7th over.
They lost 6 wickets.
For India A, I think what's really creditable is the way they fought back into this match. Not enough runs probably, it seemed, when they got just 211. It definitely did seem to be that way when Bangladesh A started off and got 70 in double quick time.
Kind of
Didn't lose a
help
single
is
wicket,
coming from the
but
wicket.
from then on,
Suthar is better to bowl
over the
on
next
stump.
73 runs,
And ask
Bangladesh
the
A have
batter to
lost
come in the
6
front foot.
wickets. So this is the boundary check for which there's a little hold up in play, and it's absolutely clean. Rajvardhan Hangarkar pulling the ball up well inside the boundary rope.
That little
Maybe
cheeky little
twice
flick.
Nishant Sidhu has
done the fumble there. Maybe because of the 30-yard
Wanted to attack
covered
the stump
in
line
that
here,
square.
Manav Sutar.
Sometimes ball will keep low, sometimes it skids. It will be difficult unless if you are low, you're fielding.
India A players, they came back.
It will be difficult for any fielder to stop that one.
Same way, Bangladesh A just required one good partnership. 30 out of partnership here, they can come back
Wickets,
to the game.
that's
It's all
the
about
key.
temperament.
That's the key here. That's what
It's
India
all
A
about
need to
which
keep
team can
pegging
hold
away
its
at.
nerve better.
They were 70 for no loss for
29
Bangladesh, and then look at what's happened. In the span of the next 64 runs, they lost 6 wickets. But India cannot let up. They've got to hold on to the catches or the chances that they create here. Oh, look at that. This ball gripped and turned.
The kind of help is getting from the wicket. Manav Sutar is better to bowl on middle stump and ask the batter to come and play in the front foot. Let him play the big shots. It's not easy. Joe Jurel is proactive. Here also he was looking for a stump.
The Indian skipper.
Yes, that little cheeky little flick.
The way the India A side is hung in there. There was.
But he wanted to attack the middle stump line here, Manav Sutar. Just
They had to wait till then.
sprayed it a little down the leg stump line.
When the score was 70.
Well, India A players, they came back really well in this game. Now they don't want to give up.
The spinners have
The
done
same
the
way,
trick.
Bangladesh A just required one good partnership.
It's not
30
only
out
a
of
case
partnership
of
here,
the
they can come back in the game.
displaying
all about
a lot of
temperament.
craft, but, they've been ably
It's all about
supported
which
by the
team can
skipper.
hold its nerve better.
The bowlers need
29
the support
gone,
of their captain.
145
They
to
need
6.
to be handled well by their captain too, especially the spinners.
$145 for 6. Bangladesh, and as many as 7 bowlers used by the Indian skipper. What needs to be appreciated here is the way the India A side is hung in there. There was a terrific start of 70 runs by the Bangladesh openers. They had to wait till then. They got their first breakthrough when the score was 70. That was in the 13th over. After that, they chiseled away at the wickets. The spinners have done the trick. And it's not only a case of the spinners displaying a lot of craft, but they're being ably supported by the skipper.
And then try and toss
The
ball
bowlers
to make
need
batters play of the front
the
foot.
support of their captain, and they need to be handled well by their captain
Because
too,
if they drag it short, there's enough time for
especially
batters to play
the
shots
spinners,
on this track,
because it's a game where they're defending a moderate
gives them
score,
extra time for the batters to adjust.
and hence the way the captain handles the proceedings on the field is absolutely important.
It's been very impressive, to say the least, from Yashtul. He's handled his bowlers well, as you said, but I think also take into consideration some of the shots that were played by the Bangladeshi batters. Some of them really isn't quite necessary to attempt some shots. There are some elements of a little bit of getting carried away at the moment. Just trying to rebuild the innings, these two in the middle. Ample time. That is what they should be telling themselves.
Yes, and he's also given good field placings for the bowlers there, as Yashdul.
So that will be a clincher.
Nicely played away. They got to realize the boundaries are big here, the spinners, and then try and toss the ball up, make the batters play of the front foot, dare them to go for big shots. Because if they drag it short, there's enough time for the batters to play shots on this track, because it does grip, give that extra time for the batters to adjust.
Bowlers have to be supported by good fielding. In a match
Nicely bowled.
where, the side
146 for 6, Bangladesh A after 30.
It's been brilliant right through this tournament, and tonight
Ladies and gentlemen, roll out the red carpet, put the buggy on ice. Global Esports, they've got no other choice than to take this fight. A lot of chaos, a lot of progress is already being caused through this fight.
The biggest battleground just got bigger. Watch BGMI Master Series Season 2, starts 4th August.
Brought into the closing cordon. Presence of mind there. He completed the catch and the ball lobbed up in the air. The others were
Bangladesh look to be ahead of India at this stage, but if you look at it closely, they've lost 2 more wickets than India did at this stage. So that will be a clincher.
Bangladesh to be pleased about.
If India can keep up the pressure and then pick up a wicket or 2 here. We keep repeating that because it's the only way that they can keep on piling up pressure on Bangladesh, because they cannot restrict and win this game. The bowlers have to be supported by good fielding. In a match such as this, where the side is defending a modest score, Nikhil Jose has been brilliant right through this tournament, and tonight he's really been extraordinary. This is the first catch, diving in front.
Has come off in the 31st over.
And they will get a single here. Well, Joy. And Nikhil Jose, after that effort, he was brought into the closing cordon. Presence of mind there. He completed the catch and the ball lobbed up in the air. The others were appealing for the leg before. This one back pad. Stayed low and caught the ball. Pulled away. And that will elude the fielder.
Well, that's not something for Bangladesh to be pleased about. Stood up to be hit, and Sheikh Mehdi was not going to miss an opportunity. But all credit to the fielding of Jose, as you mentioned, but also to the temperament of the Indian team in clawing back after that initial momentum with the first wicket. The way they managed to get back into the game has been there for all to see. Just a boundary check here. Just bounced inside. So that's going to be 4 very precious runs to Bangladesh.
And that boundary will bring up the 150 for the Bangladesh A side here. That's come off in the 31st over. Sheikh Mehdi is aware of what spinners can generate on the surface in terms of turn and bounce, because he bowled really well himself.
Indeed, and that boundary is, suddenly you feel that after the short pitch delivery, the next delivery, the bowler tries to pitch it further up. You're in anticipation, almost went the distance. These are the balls that you've got to just play the ball to its merit. We keep on repeating the same thing, but that is exactly what you need to do. After some of the batters, I think, didn't do that very well.
But that's the best ploy.
Joy, the centurion of the last game, is still out there.
What's going to happen after that?
End of the over, 152 for 6, Bangladesh A.
Pakistan and India, the big game in Kandy too. Bangladesh return to Lahore for their next game against Afghanistan. India play Nepal and Kandy, and the group stage is finished off with Afghanistan and Sri Lanka.
And 6 games will be played at this particular venue, the Premadasa Stadium, a very popular venue in Sri Lanka. Rian Parag, the field red slip, focusing hard. It's a good catcher.
From one on to the other, the Asia Cup 2023 for the senior men will start on the 30th of August. Pakistan will start the proceedings in that tournament when they take on Nepal, and they're playing that game at Multan, and then it will go on till the 5th of September. There are about 6 games to be played. In the meanwhile, back live here, Sindhu starts another over.
This partnership is
and he's realized he's got to shift his line a little bit. He may stray a bit here and there, but that's the best ploy.
You should just have a look at what's going to happen. After that, on 31st, Bangladesh plays Sri Lanka in Kandy, followed by Pakistan and India, the big game in Kandy too. Bangladesh return to Lahore for their next game against Afghanistan. India play Nepal and Kandy, and the group stage is finished off with Afghanistan and Sri Lanka.
What's he trying to do?
All this time has been sedate.
And 6 games will be played at this particular venue, the Premadasa Stadium, a very popular venue in Sri Lanka, Rian Parag. The field red slip, focusing hard. It's a good catcher, Rian Parag.
It is a time for the Bangladeshis to just milk the runs, rotate the strike, frustrate the bowlers. They will be getting slightly tired. It's very muggy, very humid. They'll be tired fingers. Have to wait for a little bit of advantage to pounce upon them.
20 runs coming for the 7th wicket. This partnership has consumed just 27 deliveries. It goes to show you can get runs without being in a hurry. Taken off his stride, straight to the skipper. He's disappointed. Ishaq Mehdi. He's absolutely in despair there.
What was he trying to do? All this time he's been sedate, been a little selective, and suddenly here's a run of play, a rush of bloody tries to go over the top, doesn't make adequate contact, and despite the juggle, eventually Dole takes a very good catch. And Bangladesh with their backs to the wall now. Well done to the skip, and Sheikh Mahdi goes for 12. They are in trouble. Bangladesh 154 for 7.
Gradually they're getting back strongly into the game. Done a good job all around. The bowlers, the fielders.
Enterprising effort, but that results in a dismissal. The first ball, reverse sweep from Rakibul. Another wicket here for India A and for Sindhu. The 8th wicket gone for Bangladesh A. Rian Parag anticipates well. The moment he saw Rakibul turn around and look to play the reverse sweep, he was running away to his left.
How silly was this? Very first ball, trying to reverse sweep. Always the high risk shot. That was very, very indisciplined from Rakibul Hasan. Good anticipation, good result. India are almost there. Big breakthrough once again.
The India A side is gradually pulling the game towards their camp. They picked up the 7th wicket. Rakibul walks out to bat, the left-arm spinner. The average is 12.18. Primarily a left-arm spinner, but can bat a bit. But it'll take a lot of skills here on this surface because the ball is turning quite a lot for the spinners. And this is the wicket for Sindhu, the 3rd one. Mehdi not really impressed with the way things turned out. It was a fuller length delivery. This is exactly what I was saying. The spinners need to bowl up, try and force the batters to play short of the front foot.
Slowly and gradually they're getting back strongly into the game. Done a good job all around, the bowlers, the fielders.
Enterprising effort, but that results in a dismissal. The first ball, reverse sweep from Rakibul. Another wicket here for India A and for Sindhu. The 8th wicket gone for Bangladesh A. Rian Parag anticipates well. The moment he saw Rakibul turn around and look to play the reverse sweep, he was running away to his left.
How silly was this? Very first ball, trying to reverse sweep. Always a high risk shot. That was very indisciplined from Rakibul Hasan. Good anticipation, good result. India are all
a bit of ground, but made it look so very simple. I really enjoyed that. Bangladesh imploding here.
Wickets of successive deliveries for Sindhu.
Big breakthrough once again. Falling apart. The Bangladesh team, Rakibul Hasan, gone without bothering the scorers.
Conceded of his 7 overs. There's been a display of great temperament from the India A side. They did not allow their confidence to be dented, their spirits to be broken. Bangladesh got off a grand start, and the openers went on to pick up 70 runs in the blink of an eye.
You think a team would just falter and collapse under that initial momentum created by the Bangladeshi batters, but not to be. It's been a consistent pressure created. There's been turn in the wicket, but I tell you what, a lot of the Bangladeshi batters can have only themselves to blame for being back in the hut. But don't take anything away from the bowling and the fielding of the Indian A team. Has been absolutely top class.
Look at the way he was moving as soon as the shot was played. Had to cover a bit of
8th over has been brought back here. Good line this.
ground. Quite a bit of ground, but made it look so very simple. I really enjoyed that. Bangladesh imploding here.
As you mentioned, he's running out of
Wickets of successive deliveries for Sindhu.
Remaining 2 batters.
5th ball and the 6th ball of the previous over.
That he gets a few runs.
And he's picked up 4 wickets there. Just 19 runs conceded
Bowling this from
of his 7 overs. There's been a display of great temperament from the India A side. They did not allow their confidence to be dented, their spirits to be
What is he waiting there for?
broken when Bangladesh got off a grand start and the openers went on to put on 70 runs in the blink of an eye.
You'd think a team would just falter and collapse under that initial momentum created by the Bangladeshi batters, but not to be. It's been a consistent pressure created. There's been turn in the wicket, but I tell you what, a lot of the Bangladeshi batters can have only themselves to blame for being back in the hut. But don't take anything away from the bowling and the fielding of the Indian A team. It's been absolutely top class.
A back catcher is staying low.
Mano Sutar starts his 8th over. He's been brought back here.
The signs of a fielder.
Good line this.
When he is made to field at back pad. Turn and bounce.
What does Mahmood Hassan Joy do? As you mentioned, he's running out of partners. He's going to try and shield the remaining 2 batters as much as he can and hope that he gets a few runs.
This is good bowling this from Mano Sutar.
It's too good this for the tail ender. He's wasting it in fact.
Riyan Parag anticipating well and then he picks up a catch and they're having a grand celebration there. Rakibul, what is he trying to do and what is he waiting there for? Chipped over the infield by Joy. He picks up a single.
No, he seems to have some trust in Tanzim Hassan Saqib and giving him the strike for 3 deliveries. We saw Yashdul just shielding the last 2 or 3 batters, and he just kept on getting the runs, getting a single in the last ball of every over to retain strike. But at the moment, exposing, and look at the crowd around the bat. Slip Egali a silly point.
1-4. The last 3 games. He's on a hat-trick here.
Nitin Jose is doing really well there as a back-pad catcher. He's staying low. He's not getting up too soon. And that's the signs of a fielder who knows what to do when he is made to field at back-pad. Turn and bounce. The keeper has been kept busy this evening.
But with that kind of drift and turn, Tanzim is going to have a tough job. He'll do well not to get an edge to that. So he just committed there. What a beautiful delivery.
Some resistance.
It's too good this for the tail ender. He's wasting it in fact to a tail ender, if I may say so. End of 33 overs, 155 for 8, Bangladesh A.
Bangladesh really falling apart here despite that initial momentum. And it's all over by the shouting. Mahmood Hassan Joy goes for 20. It's 155 for 9.
Nishant Sindhu has had a great tournament. Look at his numbers, 4-1-4 in the last 3 games. He's on a hat-trick here. Oh, nicely played. He picked up a wicket of successive deliveries in the previous over. of the fifth and the sixth ball. So he started off being on a hat trick.
A 5-4. First time he's got that in the list A matches. And Mondal
Once again, he picks up another wicket. This is the first ball for the left out spinner. Some just reward for terrific bowling from Sindhu here. He's picking up his fifth wicket.
Very ordinary. Mohammad Sanjay was expected to at least put up some resistance, but they're completely in tatters. Bangladesh, 5-wicket haul for Sindhu, and that's the way he got it. Sliced it, and another simple catch. The end is nigh. Bangladesh really falling apart here, despite that initial momentum. And it's all over by the shouting. Mohammad Sanjay goes for 20. It's 155 for 9.
Nicely played away. Mondal will get off the mark.
This has been a very, very disappointed showing with the bat. After that 70-run partnership, you'd feel that Bangladesh had everything under control. And the manner in which they've imploded, something that's going to make them really think back and worry.
Once again going for a Hoiko, a mid-wicket is Tanzim.
The fifth wicket makes Sindhu the highest wicket taker of the tournament so far. He was the joint highest wicket taker before that, and now he's there on his own at the top of the pile. A 5-4. First time he's got that in the list A matches, and Mondal walks out to bat. He's been really impressive right through this tournament.
His line is good.
And looking to go over the infield was Joy. I thought he plays well, but here the ball is turning quite a lot and bouncing a lot more than it did at the Sara Stadium, where he got his 100 in the previous game. Nicely tossed up.
What can you expect number 11 to do? Ripon Mondal is going to throw his back. Virtually everything. Nishant Sindhu, exemplary, superb figures.
Interesting thing, the captain has positioned himself at short leg. Nicely played away. Mondal will get off the mark.
This has been a very, very disappointed showing with the bat. After that 70-run partnership, it feels that Bangladesh had everything under control. The manner in which they've imploded, something that's going to make them really think back and worry.
Once again going for a Hoiko, a mid-wicket is Tanzim. One has to say that the Bangladeshi batters have collapsed like a deck of cards.
Harshit Rana and skipper just sorting out the positions. I don't know exactly where he wanted to go. Comes in at a gully position now alongside the slip.
The batter is being crowded. Slip, gully, and a bat pad in place. Manav Sutar starts his 9th over. Hit down the ground, and it beats the fielder at long off too. Powerful strike this from Mondal.
It's a better shot than a lot of the earlier batters that played. It's down the ground, straight as an arrow. Ripon Mondal will be pretty pleased with that.
Manav almost trying to take evasive action. He's talking about how this game is spanned. As they went into the break, Bangladesh would have felt that they were in with a very good chance to win this game. And it high in there, the field is getting underneath it, and the catch is completed. The captain is the one who takes the catch again, and the India A side go on to the final, beating Bangladesh by 51 runs. It's been a superb effort this from the bowlers. They needed to support the batters on a track which was aiding the spinners, and they have delivered. There was an additional spinner included in the 11, and that clearly indicates that the team management got it right. They were playing with 3 seamers in the earlier games. They dropped one, brought in an additional spinner, and that has done the trick for them.
Exactly where he wanted to go. Comes in at a gully position now alongside the slip.
The background spin duo of Sindhu and Manav Sutar. And it's a terrific performance from the India A side. They were tested in every respect. They had not set a target prior to this.
It's been
They
crowded,
set a target,
split gully,
which
and
is
the
not
back pad in
extremely
place.
formidable.
Mano
It was
Sutar
moderate,
starts his ninth
and
over.
the pressure was on them to restrict
Hit down the
and,
ground.
do whatever it is that
And
they
it
wanted
beats
to
the
do.
fielder at long off
And
too.
S. Dole handled the side really
Powerful
well.
strike this from
Despite
Mondal.
Bangladesh
It's a
getting
better
off
shot than a lot of the
of a
earlier
start
batters
with 70
that
runs on the board.
played. It's
After
down
that,
the
he controlled the
ground,
proceedings well enough
straight as an
to
arrow.
ensure that
Ripon Mondal will be pretty pleased
turn
with
the
that.
tables on Bangladesh A.
Mano almost trying to take evasive action. He's talking about how this game is spanned. As they went into the break, Bangladesh would have felt that they were in with a very good chance to win this game. And it's high in there, the field is getting underneath it, and the catch is completed. The captain is the one who takes the catch again. And
A team, they win very convincingly by 51 runs.
India A side go on to the final, beating Bangladesh by 51 runs. It's been a superb effort from the bowlers
in the final. The players
needed to support the batters or attract it to
this. Some terrific effort from S. Dole when India A batted. He showed a lot of maturity, and this is what you're going to get on the Sunday. India and Pakistan take on each other in the final. That will come live to you from the Premadasa Stadium in Colombo. It will be a grand Sunday this, and the rivalry between India and Pakistan cannot be matched, and this was the final wicket, and there goes the catch to S. Dole, and that was the winning moment. The captain is delighted. He realizes the importance of getting another game on a stage like this.
The captain can take a lot of the credit. Just the way, despite that initial pressure on two sectors, not enough runs and then the early attack by the Bangladeshi batters, he absorbed it all. He just marshaled his troops so very well. The fielding positions were accurate, and the bowlers just bowled a wonderful line. They were aided by some turn and bounce of the wicket, but that is what you do as a good team. Take advantage of what is available to you. And they've shown a lot of character and grit, and
the players congratulating each other because they know it was a real tight game this. Some terrific effort from S. Dole when India A batted. He showed a lot of maturity, and this is what you're going to get on the Sunday. India and Pakistan take on each other in the final. That will come live to you from the Premadasa Stadium in Colombo. It will be a grand Sunday this, and the rivalry between India and Pakistan cannot be matched, and this was the final wicket, and there goes the catch to S. Dole, and that was the winning moment. The captain is delighted. He realizes the importance of getting another game on a stage like this.
The captain can take a lot of the credit. Just the way, despite that initial pressure on two sectors, not enough runs and then the early attack by the Bangladeshi batters, he absorbed it all. He just marshaled his troops